Yeah, I'm here. Can everyone hear me okay?
I can. Can everyone? Yeah, everyone's nodding.
Okay, well, my question for everyone on the panel was, what is the most ridiculous stereotype of atheism or atheists that you've ever had an apologist throw at you during an argument?
I think that it's always, the most stupid thing to say is that atheists are people without a moral compass, because they have nowhere where morality could come from. And it's so clear for everyone that thinks a little bit and that studies a little bit of biology that morality basically comes from our biology. And then on those very basic moral rules that we have sort of encoded in our brains, basically, we build that societal morality that differs from one country to another. But that whole thing about morality always gets me sort of incensed, especially if you look around and see, like in the United States, for example, there are tons of social studies being done, and they always show that, if you go to the Bible Belt states, you will find that the crime rates are higher than in all the liberal states, and that the teenage pregnancies, much more of those, and all sorts of it's a cesspool down there, basically. So that stereotype is the worst one, I think.
I'd certainly agree with that, and I came across a wonderful quote a few days ago, which is a sort of variation of Christopher Hitchens' comment where he talks about it takes religion to make a good man do a bad thing. I came across a sort of like different way of expressing it. Religion is doing what you are told regardless of what is right, whereas morality is doing what is right regardless of what you're told. I think that's a very good way of expressing it. Aaron or PZ, who wants to take this one?
Okay, I agree. That's the big one, is the morality issue. I have a somewhat different explanation for it. I think we're looking at reverse logic here. That what's going on is that according to their religion, we atheists are going to hell. Therefore, we must have done something really, really bad to deserve it, right? So even though they don't have evidence of us doing anything wicked, the fact that we are obviously going to hell means that we must have all kinds of horrible thoughts in our head and must be doing all kinds of horrible, evil, wicked acts in our lives. So it's really bad logic that's driving them. But religion is
poison.
It's poison. Yeah, it has nothing. It has absolutely nothing to do with morality. What religion is this big bold badge that you can wear that says, I'm a good person. And it can be a false signal. It can lie. And they don't care. It's the signal we have.
I've had somebody try to explain to me that they were good people, that they should be, we're good people, we're Italian people, and where did Italian mean good? but that's where they're coming from. They have this association of the word good and Christian, yes. Of course, and a subsetting, the evil atheist, a subdirectory. But my biggest argument is also the morality argument. Because I can't imagine. When these people tell you that if there was no God, that they would be out raping and killing people, and I'm like, well, why isn't Carl Sagan raping?
Well, he's dead.
Oh, that's
You didn't get your PhD for nothing, did you? No, let's see if we're going to expand this a little bit, because the opposite argument is that they claim that they get their morality from their good book, and in particular their 10 Commandments. And if you look at those 10 Commandments, the first 4 are all about praising the Lord, keeping not making false idols, keeping the Sabbath, and no other gods but Him, and there's a 4th one which I can't remember. Then you've got 6 left, and they cover the most basic things, such as don't kill, don't steal, things like that. And they include don't covet your neighbours, and we're back to asses again, neighbours' they leave out things like paedophilia and discrimination. And their morality, the morality of these people who think they're, using God's word are the same people who will discriminate against women, against homosexualities and other minority groups. I find it absolutely incredibly insulting to be told by a religious person that I have no morality.
Yeah. I lived in Utah for a long time, and Utah is only slightly better than Texas. And there were these common phrases that I heard all the time that drove me nuts. If you did anything good, if you were helpful, if you helped somebody change a flat tire, what they would tell you is one of two things. They would say, "That's mighty Christian of you," right? We've all heard this phrase. And they didn't realize that this was pretty insulting to those of us who aren't Christian. The other phrase that they used was even worse, but they used it less often because I think it started to sink into them that this was objectionable. They'd say, "That was mighty white of you," right? Yes. Now wait, I see the audience just kind of shocked at that one, but we should be just as shocked at mighty Christian of you. It's the same bigotry that's being expressed there, and it was expressed ubiquitously around the state. I ran into it all the time, and the proper reply is really difficult to make because you can't say, "Well, no, I think Christians are pretty sucky and evil." So you just have to sort of take the compliment graciously and maybe cringe a little inside and tell them, you're expressing some bad ideas there.
Oh, and before you comment, can we just go back to the caller? Is there anything you'd like to add at the moment?
No, I think I'll let you get on to your other callers. I just hope you've all enjoyed your stay here in Ireland. I see the Guinness is flowing rather freely. I hope you all have good travel home.
I have had more Guinness this weekend than I have in my lifetime.
Yes, I was there on Friday night's Vlog TVR, and I can remember.
Yes,
I will not speak of this again. I would also like to mention that my son just sent a message a few minutes ago saying, "Stop it, Ireland, you're turning my dad into a pikey."
Oh dear. Right. This show's going downhill. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to raise anything before I bring the next Skype caller in?
Possibly, yeah.
Yes, please, come on.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I'm the guy from Austria, from before. If you'll watch the videos of the conference, I'm the guy who asks a question every time I get the chance, so...
well, you haven't got a chance now, go away.
That's like everybody else at the conference. What are you talking about?
No, I just wanted to say one amusing thing from the conference. We often get that atheists are baby eaters, and I never believed it, but I could finally verify it this weekend. It was 2 hours before the conference started on Friday. I think it was 2 hours, and a couple came up to PZ and asked them to kiss their baby, and PZ's response was, "Yum, she looks tasty."
Oh no. Now the whole world knows.
Would you like to try and defend yourself?
She was delicious.
And how is there a specific cooking method that you would recommend?
I think, in interest of PR, we should not start swapping atheist recipes here because
Remember, this is a highbrow show.
Yeah.